Welcome to the trainees' participation in the CEBO training program for 2019. At this time, I invite you to stand as we will have our band apprentice from the police band, part of the Ministry of National Mobilization's program, to play for us the national anthem of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Secretary in the Ministry of National Mobilization, Social Development, Family, Gender, Persons with Disabilities and Youth, Mrs. Marissa Gittins-McMillan. Youth Development Coordinator at CARICOM, Ms. Michelle Small-Batley. Also representing CARICOM, Ms. Antoinette July. We have our two trainers, Tracy and Purnell, Youth Officer Gwyneth Anthony, staff and heads of department from the Ministry of National Mobilization, former CARICOM Youth Ambassador Tamira Brown, former Youth Officer and Director of Family Services Anastasia Brown Harry, the media participants, Corporal Daniel Anban, a pleasant good morning. Today, St. Vincent and the Grenadines continues its thrust to engage and empower young people. And as such, we are engaged in a process called Creativity for Business Employment Opportunities. This creates an avenue for young persons who want to move from a simple business idea into becoming innovative with that idea that they have. This morning, we want to invite our coordinator from CARICOM, Mrs. Michelle Small-Batley, to bring some welcome remarks to us. Mrs. Batley.
Let me take the privilege of acknowledging the presence of PS Gittins-McMillan, also facilitators, Purnell Fisher and Tracy Devereaux, other representatives who are here from other agencies, my colleague from the CARICOM Secretariat, Antoinette July, youth officers, and most of all participants. I'd like to bring greetings to you this morning from the CARICOM Secretariat on behalf of the Secretary General and also from the Human and Social Development Unit within the CARICOM Secretariat. It's indeed a privilege for us to be here today to actually implement the CEBO program, the Creativity for Employment and Business Opportunity. This is our second time being here in St. Vincent. In 2015, this program was actually implemented before, and we're here again. Now we're here under the program sponsored by the European Union, the 10th European Development Fund project, which you'll see here, Support for Crime and Violence Prevention and Social Development. And within this program, we're actually implementing CEBO within 6 countries, namely Belize, Trinidad, Jamaica, and Barbados, Haiti, and St. Vincent. I want to express my appreciation, sincere appreciation, to the ministry, and I won't attempt to call the name because it's very long, so I'll shorten it and say the ministry responsible for youth development, for their contribution and for helping us in ensuring that this became a reality. We went through many hurdles, many struggles in getting here, but nevertheless, we are here today, and I'm really grateful. Now, one might ask a question. I'm sure some of the participants who are here today may ask the question, what is this CEBO? Why are we really here? Being in several countries before now, Jamaica, being one, Trinidad, and Belize. One of the things that we realize is that when the participants actually come to the beginning, the opening ceremony, they have no clue what to expect. And I'm sure as I look on the faces today, I see curiosity about what really should we expect. Now, CEBO is a program that is designed to engage, to inspire persons, to sort of strengthen or even initiate entrepreneurship interest. And so we target young people between ages 15 to 29, of which you would be. Now, the program that you will actually be a part of will actually look on some of the basic principles for entrepreneurship. It will take you through a basic business plan, how to create, how to market your products. Interestingly, and I'll just give you a little synopsis of what has happened in the other countries that I've been to so far, that we have seen where young people have actually come and they have actually exercised that level of creativity. What we see coming out is things that we would never have seen under normal circumstances, and they were able to develop products and market these products. Very unique products in some cases. Now, I want you to take a look around the room. Look on the peers, look on the facilitators, look on your youth officers, and even myself. We are more mature persons, and we are in the positions that we are in because of the opportunities that were granted to us while we were growing up. So the CARICOM Secretariat is actually creating this opportunity for you so that you can be exposed to entrepreneurship skills so that you can utilize. In the Caribbean, one of the things that we have noted is that unemployment is on the high among young people. So, of course, how can we mitigate or lessen unemployment? It's really to build the skills of our young people so that they too can start their businesses. Quite unfortunately, in our education system in the Caribbean, one of the things that have been lacking over the years, and fortunately now we're realizing, is that we were taught, especially persons that in my age group, we were taught to go to school, go to college or university, and then to go and look a job. And so what happened is that our creative skills was literally suppressed. Now what we're trying to do is to pull those creativity skills out of you so that you can create businesses of your own. So as we advance over the next 6 days, and as you interact with our facilitators, you will be able to see, and I'm sure you'll be able to pull out some of those things that have been embedded in your minds a long time ago that you want to bring to the forefront. As we work together this week, I'm looking forward to a productive week. And I can assure you that you will have a productive week. And I look forward for day 6 when I will see all the products that will be made that will be showcased among us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Bartley. We will now invite remarks from the youth officer, Mrs. Gwyneth Anthony. While she is on her way, we just want to introduce to you the facilitators so you can have an idea who they are. We have Pernell and Tracy. Could you just stand so that we Those will be our two main facilitators for the 6 days. And we would also have our local, which we'll introduce after, so you'll see all of them. Okay? Mrs. Anthony.
Good morning, all. Please allow me to accept the protocol that has already been established. It is my distinct pleasure to be here as an officer to bring remarks on the 10th EDF Forum Caricom Security Cooperation Program, which is being funded by the European Union. Let me say a special welcome to our partners, all heads of department, invited guests, participants, well-wishers, and the media. Your presence here this morning indicates the importance that you have attached to this meeting. In St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we have a youthful population. We recognize these youths as individuals between the ages 16 to 29. According to the SPG, National Economic and Social Development Plan, 2013-25. This grouping accounts for 27.8% of the total population. As we are aware, unemployment is very high, and the government is doing all it can to lower the unemployment rate. However, as an institution, they cannot provide jobs for everyone. Hence, the delight of our ministry to be involved in this program we are about to launch today. In 2011-12, the CARICOM Secretariat partnered with key stakeholders to develop a CARICOM homegrown entrepreneurship project dubbed Creativity for Employment Business Opportunity CEBO. We are extremely grateful to CARICOM and the European Union for spearheading this project, the 10th EDF CARICOM Crime and Security Cooperation Program. This is being delivered in 6 member states, namely Belize, Barbados, Haiti, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The aim of this program is to contribute to the overall safety of our citizens and improvement of security environment in the CARICOM region. This is done through support for crime prevention, risk reduction, and the promotion of restorative justice. Based on the objectives outlined, the Creativity for Employment and Business Opportunity will be delivered to 30 at-risk unattached youth from diverse backgrounds. It will be done in an intensive, practical, youth-friendly, and fun-loving way. It comprises 6 days of intensive, life-changing workshop for you. In completing this business lab, I am positive that it will serve as an antidote to unemployment, mitigate against drugs and crime, violence, and foster economic resilience. Youth, my appeal to you is to make the best use of the opportunity that is given to you. Bring your creative ideas alive. Let this room be the birthplace of your first business idea, if you have not done so before. When you have completed your training, we will provide you with mentors to support you all the way. This workshop could not have been a better time when St. Vincent and the Grenadines is celebrating 40 years of independence under the theme Renewal at 40. So in your creativity and innovations, use all the raw materials you can find and include them in your products, and let us celebrate in true Vinci style. Finally, I want to leave with you a quote I shared in the trainer of trainers last week. The quote is by Rollo Lee. He says, "Creativity is a process of bringing something new into being. Creativity requires passion and commitment. It brings to our awareness what was previously hidden and points to new life. The experience is one of heightened consciousness. Thank you very much for listening and have an enjoyable session.
So we invite the other trainers to just come in so that we can see who the additional local trainers would be. Quickly, please. While we do that, we would invite the Band Apprentice program of the Ministry of National Mobilization to show us their creativity in performing an item for us as well. Corporal Daniel and Band Apprentice. Alright, so just by way of background information, this program started about 2 or 3 years ago, and we are happy. No, I'm talking about the Band Apprentice. About 2 or 3 years ago, and we are happy with what we have seen. These young people came to the fore, and as part of the innovation of the Ministry of National Mobilization, here they are today to render for us an item. Band Apprentice. These are young people who otherwise had not been extremely creative and not been gainfully engaged. And we are happy that a number of them gained prominent places as now members of the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force members. Put your hands together once more. Just to say that there are new members, new trainees who are in the batch, and we want to tip our hat off to Corporal Daniel. He has been with the process from the beginning. So, Corporal, on behalf of the ministry, thank you. At this time, we now invite our Permanent Secretary, Mrs. Larissa Gibbons Macmillan, to address us. Yes. Welcome back.
Ladies and gentlemen, young people, all of us, good morning. Mom, didn't you have breakfast or something? Or you fed too much last night, you don't have any energy this morning? Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning. Much better. I've been a school teacher for 20 years, so that will tell you something. In this month of independence, I feel a sense of pride listening to our band apprentice. Most of them never played a note before they were recruited. You have come a long way. You have come a very long way. You should feel a sense of pride and satisfaction. And if you know me, you would know that you need to play some music, some good music for me to do a dance. I do a jiggle everywhere I go with music. Even at the exhibition last night, everybody doing their thing, and I was there with my hands in the air. My daughter said, "Mommy, you're embarrassing me." But that is a norm. I love the music, so you have to come really good. So when you're having your session, you can see me out front. I am not embarrassed. So the better you play, the better it is for you. You'll have me there with you. Give yourself another round of applause. We are here at the start of this workshop, which is meant to equip young individuals with the skills necessary to start their own business, basically. And we've been able to do so with the assistance of CARICOM, the European Union, and a lot of local assistance. But the focus is on our young people. And as the youth officer said, young people in St. Vincent and the Grenadines represent a significant percentage of the population. And among our young people, we are also aware of higher unemployment. And as our CARICOM rep said, we were taught, my generation too, we were taught, regardless to all the schools and all the certificates and all the things that you have, you go back to your home and you look to the government for employment, generally. To this day, the government is still the lead employer in the nation. But all those government jobs are saturated. So what do we do? Because if they're saturated and we can't find space for people, then you understand why we have so many unemployed individuals among us. Now you know better than I do that our young people are skilled, they're creative, they're innovative. But what do they do with this energy that they have? Because the opportunities are not readily available for them to put these things into practice. We don't have a development bank. You can't walk into any normal bank that we have, or any financial institution, and ask them for assistance to run with our ideas. You know they're going to tell you how much experience you need. You need to have this, you need to have that, a whole long list of things that you need to have. Even though at the moment our banks are awash with money, they wouldn't lend you. They say that you are high risk. Which means that you have to somehow come up with creative and innovative ways of helping yourself. As agents of change, which you are, you have to determine, how do I go about helping myself? We are conscious that in St. Vincent and the Grenadines at the moment, the talk, you turn on your radio, any radio outside of 705, you're going to hear of all the ills in society. And you know where the blame goes. It's all young people. Young people this, young people that, young people the next. 99% of the conversation is to talk about all the negative things that young people do. Even though We probably only have 5% of young people giving trouble. We, older individuals, do not recognize that our young people are operating in a different space, in a different era than we did. We do not give them the opportunity to come with their creativity and show their innovation and all of that. The first thing we say, they're rude. Because when I grew up, I dare not look at my parents if they say anything to me and even look like I want to disagree with them. Because if my mother imagined that in my head I was saying something negative, I would get licks in essay. You know, essay licks? When I talk to you, I got licks in essay. It's not 1, 2, and finish with that. The whole thing. And later on in the day, she passes by and look at you again. You might get 1 or 2 more, just because. So you are not allowed to express yourselves. That is, I wasn't. But times and things have changed, and people are expecting more, particularly our young people. Social media has changed the thing upside down. So that when the parents of the current group of young people say, my son or my daughter is not on Facebook and don't have an Instagram account, we know that they don't know what they're talking about. You just change up they just change up the name and so forth, and you go looking all over the place. And you can't locate them because you're looking for your child's name, nice. God has blessed me with 2 children on opposite ends of the spectrum. One is teenager, one in 20s. So when the young one says something that I don't understand, I go to the other one and say, what does this mean? So right now I know plenty of the things that you think that I don't know, so I can go searching. The point is that times have changed. And we say change is inevitable. Are we as adults equipped to accept the changes that are heading our way? What is the conversation between us, older folks, and young people? Where are we with that? Are we, older folks, ready to accept what they are saying? Granted that some of you are not in a position to fluently express yourself, or to do it in such a way that it does not come over as you being rude. That's your intention. But you don't have the skills to do it and say it any better. And one thing leads to the next. If we are looking at our social crisis, how would it impact on our businesses that we are about to embark on? So that at the end of this week's session, you would have a comprehensive outlook on doing business. You're likely to learn, or you should learn, that it is not an easy process. That the monies that you're looking for sometimes don't come for a long period after you have started your business, whatever that business is. So what do you do in the meantime while the business is growing? How do you sustain the business? What are the skills you need to have? And last week, there was a session like this for little older individuals whom we can look to for guidance and assistance along the way. The information you received throughout this week, I'm expecting that you would utilize it to teach somebody else, to help somebody else. You cannot be selfish with that information. So it's each one, teach one. It may sound cliche, but if each individual who participates in this particular session this week is to share that information with 2 other individuals, look at the numbers of people who would have benefited directly from this particular training course. The purpose, the idea for us being here is to become so adept at what we do that we would be able to make a living for ourselves. We become bosses, we become employers. And when you are yourself an employer, you are in a position to set standards, to make rules, to hire, to employ other individuals, to improve your standard of living, to make St. Vincent and the Grenadines a better place. Because the more people that we have employed, the less social ills we are likely to see. The less crime and violence, the more resilient we become economically to withstand the pressures that currently exist. And while I'm at it, as agents of change young people, the youth department, I'm making a pitch for the youth department, is in the process of working on a new youth policy. Use this opportunity to engage. That at the end of the day, you would know that you have made a contribution. I am too old to be making decisions where it concerns you without your involvement. Though I pride myself on having widespread of information, without your input, then it becomes a my thing, a youth department thing, and that is not what we're looking for. Last night I was looking at a program on SVG TV, they were talking about the young people and what they do, and somebody called in on the program and said, we need back the National Youth Council. In my day, there was a vibrant association called the National Youth Council, something that we look forward to. It created leaders, it gave opportunity, it made us better individuals. It helped me to come up without notes and talk to you for 5 minutes. That is what the National Youth Council did for us. As agents of change, I implore you, pull yourself together. You have it within you. Get that, or something similar to that. Get some mechanism where your voices can be heard. It is not sufficient that you just sit around and talk among yourself without anybody listening, anybody hearing. You have to make the authorities, you have to make the people hear you without being insolent in the process. So get yourselves together, organize, create such an opportunity that you would be able to put together an organization, a policy that would look towards assist your holistic development. You'll have the business acumen and all the social graces that go along with it. Remember that if you don't do that, your children would hold you responsible at some point in time. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish this workshop success for the time that you are here. Have a pleasant day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Permanent Secretary. So as we come to the end of this part of the ceremony, I want to challenge you young people that this week we do not wish for you to recycle. We want you to be innovative, creative. We have so many things in St. Vincent and the Grenadines that you can use And that's what we want you to utilize for your businesses. All right? So think outside of the box. Think challenging things that you can be creative with. Last week, we saw the younger adults come up with creative ideas and innovations. And I'm happy to report that one of the group, Almost a Mirror, broke our record. They made as much as $975 in total spendings. By the time they were paying back the bank, they ended up with $400 and something. And the good thing was they were all able to share the profits. So just an idea of what you're getting into. All right? By the end of Saturday, you can be going home with cash in hand. That's what we want you to think about. Okay? You have 2 days. Just literally come up with your business idea, execute and sell. And let's hope that we make profit. Our hallmark figure is just about 1,000 plus, right, Amira? 1,200, just about $1,200. That's the record that is set for CEBO, and that is done by Vinci. Yeah? Our next closest is 975, and I don't think anybody else has come close to that figure yet. So we're looking at somebody there to reach $1,500. That's the target I want set for you to achieve. So come up with a creative business idea that in 2 days you can make $1,500. You'll be working together in a group, and that's where your strength would lie. So I want to thank all of you for being here this morning. Thank you again, PS and Ms. Bartley, Ms. July, Harry, heads of department, and your representative, and of course our band apprentice. Thank you. We go into our first part of the session, and we will do some housekeeping and orientation with our trainees. Yes? So thank you very much. Those who would wish to leave, we will make that happen, and then the trainees will be directed as to what they need to do from here on in. So once again, let's put our hands together for our band apprentice. Thank you very much.